So, we are now recording, and welcome to episode 25 of Writing Doesn't Have to Be Lonely. Established in February 2018 with the proviso, with the aim of giving writers a chance to hit their work live, read by actors at whatever stage that piece of writing is. There are no rules, there are no themes, except it has to be new. There are pieces tonight that might have been sat in someone's drawer for a year and they've never heard it out loud, or there might be pieces like mine that were written this morning. So, so we will have all types of brand new writing here this evening. The first rule of the new writing night is you must talk about the new writing night. And the second rule of the new writing night is you must talk about the new writing night. So please tweet, do screenshot, share on Facebook, Instagram. You can maybe even do a little TikTok, however you want to do it. It's up to you. But what's great is even throughout lockdown, which we've been in virtually doing this since April, we're still able to get at least 20 people along every single time and showcase 7 or 8 performers from wonderful writers, not just from Northampton anymore, not just from the Midlands, but from all over the world. So that is what we are bringing to you this evening. So the running order for tonight, we're going to kick off with Are You Sure? The Clued Up Soap Opera by Benji, followed by Dear Mum Part 3 by Amy, and then we're going to have some illustrative poetry titled Hassel and Grissle by Stilly, and then we'll have an interval where I will be having an ice cream Mars bar for your information. And then after the interval, we will have 4 pieces. Pedro's Patio by the wonderful Vivian, The Professionals by the fabulous Jake. Oh, is Jake here? Not yet. Okay. We have Murder Runs in Our Family by Rex. We're going to finish off with Cadabra, A Study in World Domination by Dan McGarry. That's me. Okay. So, little bit of housekeeping. What we try and do during the performances is just everyone switches off their camera and goes on to mute. And then at the end of each piece, everyone jumps back in, cameras and microphones, and gives a huge hearty round of applause. And then at the end of the night, we'll leave the session open for 10 or 15 minutes for any chat, feedback, networking that you should so wish to do. So, without any further ado, we're going to kick off with the Are You Sure? The Clued Up Soap Opera by Benji. So for this, we are having Pethrow, Caroline, Gemma, Ryan, Amy, Katie, Rob, Andrew, Julia, Stilly, Sue, and Al. So if you are none of those, which is about half of us, then please remove yourself from the camera, and indeed from the volume, and we shall get going. I'm just very quickly looking. Normally I'm reading stage directions, but we have no stage directions, so I'm going to drink some wine for the next 10 minutes.
Dan, just to be clear, is there another Andrew here? Because if there is, I don't have the scripts for this one.
Oh, well, no, there is not. So let me very quickly...
improvise, amateur.
Can you just mime this one, Andrew?
So is Facebook or email easier at this instance, Andy?
Email at this instance, please.
So I'm going to email this. So you are going to be playing Johnny, which is in about the 5th scene. So we'll get this going, and while this is going, I'll email it across to you, and you'll see, and we'll pick it up. We'll just
okay. If there's a sudden silence in the 5th scene.
Okay. All right. So here we go with Are You Sure? The Clued Up Hesitant Soap Opera.
Good news. We're getting married.
Okay, yeah. Nice. However, now listen, I'm happy for you, genuinely. But remember, though, remember your last wife? Not the most recent one, but your second one. Well, she burned down your house and killed your dog.
I know, but this one's different.
I didn't even know you were in another relationship.
I just met her last night.
Right. You're not getting married.
What? Why not?
Because you've been divorced 4 times. One burned your house down and killed your dog. Your first turned out to be your cousin. Your third became a lesbian. And your most recent one disappeared. So I think you need to reevaluate your love life and just chill out.
Wow. I never thought about it that way. You're right. I will call it off. You're a lifesaver.
That's what I'm here for.
So, Darren is my new business partner. Isn't that amazing?
No, it isn't. That's ridiculous.
What the hell? Why can't you be happy for me for once?
It's Darren. You know, the one who hacked into my account last month and stole my savings.
Yeah, he apologised for that though.
Oh, so the man who has hacking abilities and who hacked into my online bank account is suddenly your business partner in a business to do with fundraising accounts. Any alarms ringing yet?
He said he's changed.
What did he say exactly?
Dunno, just that he's changed and that he really believes in my business. And then he gave me a hug and just stared suspiciously into the distance with a weird smile. Hovered about my computer awkwardly, then asked what my security was like because he was thinking of getting some software. Oh, God!
Yeah, you get what I'm saying now?
Oh no, I'm such an idiot!
Glad I warned you off before he did anything.
You may have just saved me and my business.
Any time, love.
I'm pregnant!
Oh,
Aren't you going to congratulate me?
I'm going to wait 9 months for that.
What? That's a bit weird, isn't it?
Is it though, Alice? Is it?
What's that supposed to mean?
I guess I'll believe it when I see it.
Again, what's that supposed to mean?
Look around, Alice. The last 17 pregnancies around here have ended up either tragically or the baby has turned out to belong to a different man, or it's been stolen or it's growing up to be a right arsehole. So I'm not holding my breath anymore.
What are you trying to say? That my precious baby's not Duncan's?
It did sleep with Liam exactly 9 months ago.
Nothing happened, though.
You slept with him exactly 9 months ago, and now you're preggers.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So until you find out whose it really belongs to and then tell Duncan, I think it's better the whole street doesn't celebrate it or say anything.
Okay. Oh, I shall tell him tonight. Thanks, Deborah. You just saved me the embarrassment of crying in front of everyone in the pub.
It's what I'm here for, babe.
Hey, fancy seeing you here.
Yeah, I was just waiting for Frank.
Oh, he's not back for another hour.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm here for the rest of the day now, so make yourself at home. I'm sure we'll be back on time.
Actually, I'll come back tomorrow.
You can wait here if you want. Don't mind me. I'm just going to finish off some stuff in the garage.
No, it's fine.
Why have you got that shifty look on your face?
What shifty look?
The one you're giving off now?
I'm not.
You definitely do, mate. It's like you're hoping I wasn't going to be here.
What? Nah, I'm just... like I said, I'm just waiting for Frank.
But you and Frank barely know each other.
We know each other. He's got something to show me.
What's in my house that you're looking for?
Nothing. I swear.
Your eyes keep wandering. You are after something, I can tell.
No, I swear. I just...
I'm not buying it, mate. Your body language is well weird. Tell me now, or I'll change your locks.
It's nothing. Honestly.
Mate, tell me now. Sweating and acting suspicious.
It's fine. I've got to go.
You were standing near my garage, lurking around, mate. What you doing?
Waiting for Frank.
You're lying. I can see it in your eyes. Tell me now. Go on. Tell me.
Fine. I was going to cut Frank's brakes in his car, so when he drives, he tragically hits a tree or something, and then dies, and he never tells anyone what he saw.
What the hell, Johnny? That would
Not
be
if it
murder.
doesn't come back to me.
These things always come back to the
Really?
person what done it. Almost always, you nutter. Why would you do that? You'll be in prison for the rest of your life. What about your
But
wife and your
he
kids?
saw something.
What did
Apparently,
he say?
apparently Jim said that Frank saw me smoke weed. If I get found out, I could lose my job.
Wait, what? So you were going to murder my dad because Jim might have seen my dad see you smoking some weed? You're going to risk your family and your job by murdering someone? Are you raving mad?
Well, now that I think about it, it is silly.
It's mental, mate. Don't do it. And if you smoke weed and your job fires you, that's your responsibility.
Oh, man. You're right. I don't want to go to prison.
Good. Now get lost. We can't be mates anymore.
No, that's completely understandable. I'll go.
I'm back.
What are you after this time?
Nice to see you too.
I'm bored of this. This is your 9th return in 5 years.
Ah, this time it's for good though.
Yeah.
I promise.
Tell that to the judge.
I promise. I'm better now. I've matured. I know what I want to do now.
Go on. What is it?
What's what?
Okay, here it goes. Is it money problems?
No.
Health problems?
Not at all.
You're dying.
Bit insensitive.
Someone is stalking you.
No.
You got made redundant.
No.
You witnessed the murder and you need a hide.
It's none of those, Keith.
You're banned from town.
Don't be ridiculous.
You're running away from a cult.
I'm not joined any cults, Keith.
You found out that there is buried treasure hidden in the back of my garden.
Is there?
I'm not telling you.
Then no.
You're after Linda's inheritance money.
No, I'm quite stable financially, Keith.
You're after my blessing and permission to marry an 18-year-old Brazilian immigrant.
No, none of the above.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm just here to see you and catch up.
I'm not buying it.
It's true. Now, can you be happy to see me?
Sure. It's nice to... Wait, hang on a minute.
What? What is it now?
I know why you're here.
I told you it was to see you.
You're never that keen to see me.
I've told you I've changed and matured.
No, it wasn't. You're here because Bill next door has a rare limited edition diamond that he was given by his late boss as a thank you for running his taxidermy business. You heard from Dave, who found out from Doris, who originally told my Babs because she is the town gossip and you work at an auction house. You always wanted to live in Barbados in a beach house, and you know that Bill has always had a crush on you, so you were thinking that if you flirt with Bill and make him think that you like him, that you could convince him to give you the valuable diamond, you could sell it off and then buy your dream house and break Bill's heart in the process, just like you did to Kevin, Barry and Trevor. Am I close?
Fine. You got me. I'll leave in an hour.
See you in 6 months' time for your next agenda.
Let's have a romantic meal out.
I'd love to. Really, I would. But
What's the matter?
look, I know it would be nice, especially after the great week we've had and all, but...
Is it me? Is it something I said?
What? No, just...
What? What is it?
Well, it's obviously going to be a calamity, isn't it? I mean, I'm a doctor, so I bet you as soon as I order the main, I will get called in for an emergency. You will probably spot someone you used to date on a table behind us, and he will look amazing. I will probably find out my card is somehow declined, and you will get your drink spiked by someone who's stalking you. Can we just do a quiet night in and switch our phones off?
Yeah, because a quiet night in is going to go swimmingly. We will end up having Nigel knock on our door crying about why Sarah dumped him. Then we'll switch off our phones and find you have 75 missed phone calls from your mum who fell down the stairs, or in the middle of us having amazing sex, our house gets broken into by two people related to someone you couldn't save.
Yes. Shall we just rain check?
It's for the best.
Round of applause!
That's brilliant, Benji.
Very good. There you go. That's the sort of soap opera we want to see. I thought Rob and Andy in the middle, it got a little bit with Neil and I going on there. Excellent stuff. Okay. So let me just, yeah. So we're going to move swiftly into our next piece, which is the third part of Amy's Dear Mum. Now, Amy, before we do that,
oh yes,
want to do a little recap?
Yes, I came prepared this week because I remember you saying that last time, and I didn't have anything prepared, and I was like, So let's just see. Where is it? Yeah. Oh God, my document's not opening now. Oh, come on. There we go. So the story so far. Sean meets Sharon and it gets serious very quickly, although they appear to have very little in common. Sharon doesn't really fit in with Sean's family, who are, on the whole, middle-class academics. Although we never meet Sean on stage, it is inferred that he isn't being true to himself and is doing something to please others, especially Sharon. B, Sean's sister, is a drama school student who is quite judgmental of Sharon, and although they appear to get along, there's underlying tension, and B doesn't really respect Sharon. And Sean's mum is caught in the middle, and so when Sean and Sharon decide to get married, she tries to keep the peace, but ultimately Sean's mum is a people pleaser too, although privately she has reservations about Sean's relationship. The marriage between Sean and Sharon inevitably starts to fall apart as they're not well matched, and Sean suddenly disappears, and after weeks of not knowing where he is and police involvement, they find him at the French Foreign Legion training centre in France. And it's obvious that he's had some sort of mental breakdown. But he's sought help, and the psychiatrist is rubbish because he's not suicidal. And so everything is being brushed under the carpet, which makes B really angry and resentful. And that's where we are in the story so far.
Fantastic. Very good. Sam, who has played this part in the last two, well, part one and part two, has just sent me a message going, shit, I'm just coming in now. So we just hang fire for 30 seconds. Katie was on standby on tenterhooks. I was like, there you go, Katie, you're up.
Oh, and thank you so much.
Sam has just said she's just coming on now. So while Sam is about to come in, why don't we do this actually? Stilly, why don't we do your piece now? To just give Sam those few minutes just to come in, so she's not coming in straight away. And let's do that. So if you are not Stilly, then please turn off your microphone and your camera, and I shall make Stilly the host, and he can do his thing.
Okay. Brilliant. Can everyone hear me? Just give us a quick wave. Anybody at all? Just
all good.
Okay. This is something I wrote, well, about a month ago. No, not. I didn't write it a month ago. I finished drawing it about 2 weeks ago. And it is a a modern twist on a fairy tale, and shouldn't be viewed by any children at all. Hassel and Grissle. There once were two children called Hassel and Grissle, whose parents they killed with a ballistic missile, whose following step-parents had also been slaughtered, step-mum with an axe, and dad hung, drawn and quartered, and whose step-parents had been drowned in a lake, and whose step-parents were crushed by a snake, and whose step-parents were fatally burned, and whose current step-parents were feeling concerned. They will crush us by dawn, said the stepfather 5. They will eat us or squish us or entomb us alive. They'll gut us and stuff us or something much worse. But stepmother 5 said, not if we get them first. We'll play on them tomorrow, a very sick trick, and in the dark forest take them on a picnic, then lose them and leave them with no map or compass, where they'll die in the woods with no fuss and no rumpus. A picnic, how joyful and thrilling, thought Hassel and Grissle, just right for a killing. And spreading some poison into their sandwiches, followed their parents to where the trail vanishes. The woods became darker and path non-existent, as their fifth foster parents grew slowly more distant, till all of a sudden they were both quite alone, with no track to follow and no way back home. As night time engulfed them, exhausted they stopped, till Hassel remembered the breadcrumbs he dropped. Let's follow those breadcrumbs to lead us back home, and although it was dark, they could follow the moan, the pitiful groaning of the woodland critters who'd eaten the bread meant for their babysitters, and now lay there coughing up lots of fresh blood, which painted a pathway for their journey homeward. And back at their cottage, before they retired, Grissle flogged her step-parents until they expired, whilst Hassel phoned up the fostering centre to report his step-parents' violent misadventure. Then they slept until noon, waking quite ravenous, but found that the larder was empty and cavernous. So burning the house down, they used barbecue saucers to cook a fine dinner of step-parent corpses. With the house now in ashes from their home cooking, they walked back through the woods in search of some pudding. And what should they find but a house made of sweeties, on which a sign read, "Beware, diabetes." As they licked at the windows and bricks and cement, their taste buds encountered some disappointment, for instead of a sweet and sugary taste, they each got a mouthful of tofu and toothpaste. The door opened quickly, and out stepped an old crone who called, "Dearest children, make yourselves at home, and detox your palate and repair your chakras with full body cleansing and spiritual mantras. Eliminate toxins with a strict vegan diet, with organic produce and meditative quiet. Discover in 10 days your more natural self." Hassel and Grissle began to fear for their health. Hassel was locked in a sensory booth, which only played whale song till his aura was soothed. Grissle was put to work massaging the lady as her doula, performing acupuncture and reiki. And after their supper of kale marinade, each child had their mindfulness magnitude weighed. Still not healthy enough, the drone cried out each day, updated her blog and found things to feng shui. A long fortnight later, the pair hatched a strategy when Grissle was first to work on reflexology. While Hassel read books on herbs and their flavours, Grissle perfected procedures for pedicures. The crone's feet were flaky and required daily rubbing, but needling therapy was perfect for numbing. Grist kept each foot flake in a pestle and mortar, then ground them with herbs, some stock and some water. Numb from the waist and with her new foot cream, the crone was served warm soup which went down like a dream, and feeling so greedy, ordered more soup to eat, and was served up a plate of her 2 attached feet. So lithe was her body and so numb from the pins that the crone never noticed she was eating her shins, or maybe she just had been craving some protein before too much longer she had finished her spleen. Freed from their captive, then Hassel and Grissle looked on as the crone ate her last stomach muscle, and exchanged her possessions for enough legal tender to purchase their own natural well-being centre. Their dieting, fitness and therapy aims have been so successful that no one complains. The H&G Holistic Spa and Health Centre, whose proud simple motto is, "You'll never get better." Thank you very much.
Yay!
Yay! An applause!
Awesome.
Love it.
Fantastic. Good stuff, Stilly. Could you make me the host again, please? And I shall hopefully let Sam in and we can crack into...
Somebody is asking to come in. Sam Jones.
Yes, that's exactly perfect. Okay, let's get her in. Good stuff, yeah. So as you can see, as mentioned at the start, there are no themes, there are no motives. It's all, when people ask, and for those of you that are new, what sort of things do we do then? I think we've sort of summed that up in the first 2 pieces. And now we have 5 more to go. Hey Sam, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. I'm so sorry I'm late.
Don't worry, no problem at all. We just had Stilly just giving us some of his fabulous twisted tales, shall we say?
Oh, fantastic.
So this is the aforementioned Dear Mum Part 3. So this is going to be Sue, Sam, and Bev. So if you are none of those 3, please turn off your microphone and your video. And I shall be reading stage directions, but you don't need to see me while I'm reading stage directions. So I shall stop my video too. So this is Dear Mum Part 3, and we start with Scene 7.
Happy birthday again. Sorry, I'm a bit sloshed.
Thanks, you're about the only one who said it.
Is your mum mad at me or something? I just get the feeling she don't want me around.
No, she's just a bit stressed about everything.
Well, yeah. Water under the bridge, eh?
I guess so.
Can I tell you a secret?
Sure.
Sean and me are trying for a baby.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Don't you want to wait a bit?
No, it's what we want. Sean wants them when he's young, you know.
Right, and you're totally sure?
Yeah. Isn't it great?
Is Sean happy then?
Well, you don't mind trying. Anyways, babe, happy birthday. I'm going to go and find Sean.
Sharon exits as Mum enters.
What's she so upbeat about?
Things going well with Sean, I think.
I knew it'd be all right.
Really?
Yes.
It's going to be a train wreck.
What?
They're trying for a baby.
Well, all right. That's up to him.
So you're all right with that?
It's not like I can stop it.
Scene 8. A baby is crying in the background.
Oh, shut up, whatever your name is.
Mum, that's your grandson.
I know. He's just such a weird name. Why did they have to choose that?
The name's weird, but Sean being a dad is even weirder.
Well, it certainly happened very quickly.
How long did it take to get pregnant with us then?
Well, it was well over a year before I got pregnant with Sean, and about 2 years for you.
Really? I was planned then?
Of course.
I always felt like I was a mistake.
How could you say that?
Dunno.
We wanted you, and we wanted Sean, although now I wish you'd all go away.
Thanks.
Well, I'm being honest.
I'll be graduating soon anyway, so then you'll never have to see me again.
Well, I'm sure you'll be back from time to time.
I might do a runner like Sean.
Beatrice, that's enough.
What? Can't I mention it now that it's all happy families?
That's enough.
Oh, right, got it. Sorry, I forgot to bring the brush. Shall I go and get one from the kitchen? Okay, fine.
I don't know what you're so upset about.
No, you never do.
What's that supposed to mean?
Only that you were always so wrapped up in your own shit that you never actually took the time to find out what we were going through.
Now that's enough. I was always there for you. I was slogging my guts out at that school all day.
God, I wish you'd never bothered. We had to counsel you pretty much every night.
That's entirely unfair. I have sacrificed everything for you children. I had to endure 20 years of hell for you.
I never asked you to.
What?
No wonder Sean ran away. He's probably the only honest one out of all of us.
How dare you? How dare you speak to me like that?
The baby begins to cry again.
Now you've set the baby off again.
It's all right, Mother. I'll go and fix it. I mean, that's what I've been doing my whole life anyway.
She exits. Scene 9, the next day.
I accept that you feel differently about all of this, but I felt justified in what I said.
Well, what you said, Beatrice, was hurtful and untrue, and I don't know what it is with you kids, but you've been so spoilt. You don't know how lucky you are.
How can you say that? Every night when I was a kid, I had to have the tea tray ready and wait for you to come and cry, going into every detail about those bitches and how they made your life hell. I had to listen. You never listened to me.
Now, I'm sorry you feel that way, but that is not how I remember it.
You never just listened or acknowledged me.
That's not true. I have constantly been on the phone to you whilst you were at drama school. Every little foible, I listened. I'm not going to do it anymore. Do you hear me? Never again.
Sure. Whilst I was at drama school. Yeah, I was able to talk to you once you left teaching full time. But before that, I mean, did you even know that I was suicidal when I was little? Did you know that I sat in my bedroom and held a knife against my wrist? Did you know I cried myself to sleep because I was being taunted by those stuck-up girls who didn't know what it was like being in a house where there were no new clothes, no reliable car, no nice food, no heating, no dad because he was working all hours of the night, and no mum because she was so wrapped up in her own problems she couldn't see you? Can you imagine that? No.
What are you talking about? We sacrificed everything to send you to private schools. We were so...
No one asked you to. We were worse off because of it. We didn't have anything. I literally had to steal clothes from the lost and found.
Well, that is a complete falsehood. We may not have had everything, but we had enough.
No, we didn't. Can't you see? You're completely blind, Mum. We were neglected. That's why Sean ran away. That's why he had all those mental problems. I read about it.
Oh, you read about it? Read about what?
The condition they diagnosed him with. Borderline personality disorder. It's to do with fear of abandonment. It's linked to childhood neglect. Can't you see? It's not made up. We went through all that. We went through that. And you and Dad just brush it under the carpet like it meant absolutely fuck all.
I really don't like that language, Beatrice.
Fine. I'm sorry. Okay?
God forgive you.
He exits. Act 3, Scene 1.
Yeah, Sean loves it. There's really good schools nearby too, and so if we don't flip it, we'll probably stay there a while.
Flip it?
When you do up a house and sell it on for profit, you flip it over.
Right. Oh, that's nice. So you might do that?
Maybe. Just got to work out Sean's stuff. He's going to have to move jobs.
Isn't he happy where he is?
Well, working from home isn't that easy, you know.
Right. Are you not tempted to get a job now that the baby is in nursery?
Sean doesn't want me to.
Right. Well, maybe you could think about it if you need to.
If we flip the house, we could buy a bigger place nearer the station, you know.
Wouldn't that be a lot of financial commitment?
Well, the prices are going up quite a bit, and so it should give us quite a bit extra.
But you can't rely on that.
Well, my auntie just sold hers for like 100k more than she bought it for.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. She's going to go and live in the Costa del Sol with my uncle. They're going to open some bars over there.
What does Sean want?
He wants what I want, really.
Has the baby been sleeping better?
Yeah. we bought this special CCTV monitor which links up to the telly. Means we can watch him anytime.
Goodness, that must have been expensive.
It's good because we don't have to keep on going up the stairs to check on him. Sean's paranoid he'll stop breathing or something.
It is your first, I suppose.
My mum's always saying that.
You never stop worrying about your first.
Scene 2. Mum is on the phone. It is the dead of night.
Hello? Yes. Hello, Sharon dear. Are you all right? What's that? When? Are you sure? What time is it? 3 o'clock. Oh my goodness. Well, he couldn't have gone far this time of night. Is the car still there? And the baby? Oh, well, that's good. Did he mention anything to you? Have you called anyone else? Right. Okay. So nothing appeared in the accounts this morning? Right. And there hasn't been a mistake. So it could be a mistake. Has he taken anything? Nothing at all? Oh, drink. He's no good with drink. Your uncle? Could he be? Did he not come home then? Is that usual? No, I don't think he would do that again. Calm down, dear. It'll be all right. Don't worry. Yes, but I haven't spoken to her. We haven't spoken for a while. No. You can try. Sure. Right. Let me just get it for you. It's area code, then 798220. Yes. She's been staying there since she graduated. Well, no, not that I know of. Do you want to come over here? We can watch the baby for you. He can sleep in the back room. Well, look, I would come here, dear. We'll talk about what to do. All right then, yes. In the morning then. Although I would call the police if he's not back by then. Yes, dear. Yes, I will be praying. God bless. Good night.
Scene 3.
I told you, didn't I? Why wouldn't anyone listen to me? It was obvious he was going to do it again.
We don't know what's happened yet.
Fine, okay. Just saying, isn't it obvious he doesn't want to be with her?
She'll hear you.
For God's sake, it's not like she doesn't know. And if she doesn't, she should.
Would you like
Sharon enters.
She doesn't drink tea.
Have you got any Coke?
I'll go and see.
B exits.
He went down, but he's upset. He keeps on asking for his daddy.
Is there any news at all from his work?
His company said he hasn't worked there for over a month.
A month?
Yeah, that's why the money didn't come in.
So what's he been doing every day at home?
I don't know. He'd go down to the shed as normal.
B enters with some Coke.
Here you go.
Thanks. He was talking like it was normal. Then last night, he said he was going out with his mate Gary, and he didn't come back. I thought he might roll in this morning, but nothing. Then I called Gary, and he said he hasn't seen him in months. The last few weeks, he's been going out 3-4 times a week, saying he's seeing Gary. I don't know what to do. I hope it's not another woman.
No, he wouldn't do that.
Is there anyone else he could be with? Or anything else he could be doing? Is he still into fishing? He could be night fishing.
I checked the shed and the rods are still there.
Have you had an argument or something?
We don't argue. We've never argued.
What, never?
No.
Should we call the police? He could have had an accident.
No, Mum, he's obviously done this on purpose. I mean, why would he lie?
He maybe meant another Gary. Maybe? He could have got another job without wanting to upset Sharon. I don't know. I don't know.
He kept on talking about work like normal, so it just don't make sense.
There must be some explanation. It's very out of character.
Mum, you always make excuses for him. He's done what he did last time. It's obvious.
If you're not going to be helpful, Beatrice, please go home.
I am home. I believe this is my home just as much as it's Sean's, but then I'm not as important, am I?
Oh, for God's sake, stop! Sean is missing. We don't know where he is. You're going on is not going to help. Sharon, have you looked at your account? Has he taken any money like last time? How about his passport?
I looked, but it didn't seem like anything had gone. Still, there is much to take.
Are you struggling then?
Well, no, but we've got debt.
Dare I ask how much?
Probably about 20k.
£20,000?
Yeah, but it's no big deal. We're just paying it off monthly.
Bloody hell, and I thought I was bad at having an overdraft.
And did his company say why he was let go?
Something to do with inventory being off?
Right.
Has he been acting weird?
No, totally normal. Like I said, he'd be down at the shed 9 o'clock every morning.
Scene 4. B and Mum sit either side of the tea tray.
Well, I just don't understand.
What don't you understand, Mother?
How he could do this again?
It's fairly simple, Mother. He doesn't want to be with that stupid cow and he's doing everything he can to avoid her.
Beatrice, that is possibly the most unkind thing you have ever said.
Possibly. But then you wouldn't know, would you? It's not like you've been taking notes.
How dare you? How dare you?
You haven't got a bloody clue, have you? We needed you, you know. We needed you.
I gave you everything I had.
We needed to be heard. That's why this has happened. I can see it. I can sympathise with Sean. God, if I hadn't have had a creative outlet, it could have been me. All those months of having to shut up and smile and nod. I remember our bed sheets weren't changed for years. There were mounds of hair on my carpet. We had water running down the inside of the windows and mould covering the walls. How were we supposed to come out of that smiling? It was hell, and chose to just close your eyes to it.
You don't think I had to deal with things?
What does that matter? You can't see the results. Why can't you see the results?
I was shut out at 13. Yes, I had a scholarship. Yes, I was able to get an education, go to England and make a life for myself. But I never had anything from my parents. Nothing.
So just because you didn't, we had to suffer the same?
Oh, come on. You were sent to those private schools. You had parties. You could invite your friends over. I was lucky to visit my aunt in London, but when I went back to Ireland, there was nothing. Literally nothing for me. And it wasn't even a holiday. My dad made us work in London and send every penny of the money back home. I was only 16.
Well, at least you got to work. I was told off for working on a Sunday, the only day I could, because I wasn't going to church. I don't believe in God, okay? I don't believe, so why should I have to go?
That's very sad.
Oh, don't put all that Catholic guilt on me.
Very sad. I pray that will change.
It will never change. You know why? Because God was nowhere to be seen when I needed him.
That's it. Out. I don't care. I don't care.
I know.
B walks out. The end. Round of applause. Very good. Excellent.
Well done. Thank you so much, Sue and everyone. Thank you.
Great
Sam.
stuff, Amy.
Brilliant.
Is there a part 4 in the offing?
Yeah, it's a bit depressing, but, but yeah, maybe next month if I feel brave enough. But thank you for reading that.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So,
Well done.
we're going to take a short break, but before we do so, let's have a round of applause for everything we've seen so far. We've had Benji's soap opera, we've had Stilly's wonderful illustrative drawings, and we've had Amy's fabulous part 3 of Dear Mum. Hooray! It's 9:25. Let's reconvene just before 25 to 10, so just shy of 10 minutes, and then we've got 4 pieces in the second half. Okay, I'm going to pause the recording, resuming the recording into the second half. See, all that wasn't recorded, so no one will ever know, right? Like slick. So we're going straight into The Professionals by Jake Hart, and I'll be reading stage directions, but you don't need to see me, so I'm going to hide my camera, and off we go. Act 1, Scene 1, Safe House, 11:55 a.m. A gunshot fires, then lights up. The assassin holds the gun, flustered.
Shit!
How are you doing? We're about to hide actual bank robbers and you're taking it out on the ceiling.
Calm down, he didn't mean it.
Oh, he didn't. Well, then thank the Lord, though that does beg the question of what the flying shit were you doing? Or did you forget the safety was off? Oh, God, please tell me what safety is. Oh, dear Christ. The assassin can't shoot. Just so we're clear, how much bullshit has your dad spread about you? Are you even fired a gun before?
Of course he has. He's the boss's son. Don't you think he'd have at least... It's not important. What is that it's now 11:56. They'll be here any minute.
Oh, God help them.
There's a knock at the door.
It's them.
They wouldn't knock.
Someone must have heard the gun.
I'm not going to prison because of you.
Stop it. He's scared.
You should be.
Go get the door.
Why?
So they don't call the police?
Why me?
Because I'm annoyed. I have a gun, and I'm a much better shot than him.
Exit comedian.
I'm sorry about that. She's tense, but fine.
I thought the comedian would have been more jolly.
Well, it looks like no one's quite who they seem.
Yeah.
You want to tell me who I've got on my team? I won't freak out. Just be good to know before people start getting shot.
She's right. It's all bullshit. Dad puts me on jobs, I screw up, and someone else takes the fall. If anyone says different, then...
Yeah, I've seen his handiwork. So it was never you? Not even the thing in the alley with... what's her name?
Laura.
Yeah.
She broke a guy's nose and cracked the other's skull, and gave me 10 stitches to show off to the guys.
Oh, no, that's love.
It's bullshit. No one wants to admit that. I'm... me. Including me. Oh, I'm going to get everyone killed.
You don't know that. I've been at this longer than you, and I can tell you people surprise you.
I don't know.
I'm serious. I've learned all sorts since I joined. I learned how to hide a body, how to shoot, even salsa. I stuck with it. And now I know exactly how to steal all of today's score for myself.
What?
Whereas you'd have no idea where to hide the money or kill everyone else. It'd take hours to even come up with a story. Say about how the boss's own son ran away with all the cash, so no one thinks it was you.
The diplomat pulls out the assassin's gun.
Next to me, you're out of your league.
Comedian enters, the diplomat puts the gun away.
They're gone.
It's done.
What did you say?
Like you care.
Leave him alone.
Why should I?
Look at him. You think he really wants to be here?
All right, fine. I guess it's not like you enjoy getting thrown into this shit, but my life might be in your hands today, whether you like it or not, so can I trust you?
A phone rings.
What? Jesus Christ, where are you? I'm coming. It's them and it's bad. There's only 2 left.
2?
Barely. They're down the road.
I'll come with you.
Don't. We're all dead if you die.
What if you get in trouble?
The comedian holds out the gun.
Stupid question.
She exits. The assassin steps forward.
Don't.
He stops.
Dying by your own gun. quite poetic, really.
I never liked them.
Well, you should have learned to.
I didn't want to.
I know.
Then let me go. I'll go on the run. I never wanted this life anyway.
I believe you. But if you knew how to do that, then you would have learned how to shoot.
I was scared, but that taught me something.
What?
If you're scared of guns, only put one bullet in yours.
The diplomat fires nothing. The assassin runs for the door, but the diplomat catches him in a headlock. She begins to suffocate him until he bites her hand and breaks free, but the diplomat pulls out the gun.
Don't move.
Comedian enters with a briefcase and gun.
Put the gun down.
I can't.
Shoot him for me.
What?
He's going to kill me.
No, I'm not.
It's his plan. He's going to kill us all and take the money. He's played us.
He's lying.
Is she?
I'm not what you think I am.
The assassin spins to face the comedian. A gunshot is heard in the blackout. The end. Round of applause. Very good.
Woo-hoo.
Good stuff. There we go. And see, you didn't need to change characters every line. I mean, you know, we could maybe next time. Okay, great. So now we have Rob back in the space. He says, with utter confidence. How are we doing, Rob? Oh.
Exciting, isn't it?
Tenterhooks.
There he is. Hey!
There he is. Hello, mate.
Down there.
There we go. Oh, now you're all.
He's mobile, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got all.
Is your sound working? Rob? Robert, we can't hear you, son. Oh. He's not got the option to have any sound. That's interesting. Okay, so. Oh, he's got an update on his computer. Oh, no. We can't hear you, Rob. No sound.
Reorder.
Right. We're gonna mix it up a bit. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna go into murder runs in our family. So Caroline, Al, Sue, you thought you had time. You've got no time.
No time for deep characterization.
So we'll just see if Rob can fix his sound in the next 5 minutes while we have a bit of murder runs in our family. So if you're not in murders runs in our family, let's knock your cameras off for a moment while Rob sees this. You might need to log out and log in again, Rob. There's no option for microphone on your bit. Okay, he's gone. All right, so here we go. This is going to be Caroline, Al, and Sue. Murder runs in our family. There is a quiet knock at the door. Chris enters and opens the door. Forrest is there, wearing a suit and carrying a briefcase.
Sorry, I was muted. Should try that again.
Yeah.
Mum's in bed.
Good. I need to talk to you, Chris.
After all these years, dropping by in the middle of the night.
Are you going to let me in?
Chris steps aside. Forrest enters. Chris blocks his way.
That's far enough.
Oh, whoa.
Keep your voice down. Mum has trouble sleeping.
I bet she does.
Why are you here, Forrest?
Why are you still here, Chris? In the middle of nowhere.
Mum wants to live out her days in the house where she was born.
I asked about you.
Someone has to look after her.
A rest home?
You're campaigning on a platform of family values. Does that include parental care?
From professionals. in a facility providing first-class medical attention.
Mum hates institutions.
Think of yourself for a change.
Or like you and Alexa, never even bothering to visit.
Look, we've got busy schedules. It takes days to get to this place.
Piss off.
After I get your signature.
Forrest takes out a document and a pen.
What's this?
Alexa and I have already signed.
You want to have Mum committed? She's fully functional.
Look, you're too close to see how much she's deteriorated.
You're too distant to see her at all. Goodbye, Forrest.
Look, I tried to spare you the truth. Brace yourself. Mum killed Dad.
You've totally lost
No,
it.
no. Hear me out. Dad appeared to me, accusing Mum of sleeping with Uncle Reg and murder.
Like the ghost in Hamlet?
Well, the similarity struck me too, as soon as I woke up.
So it was all a dream?
Yep, but I fact-checked. Alexa confirmed Mum and Uncle Reg did have an affair.
That's old news. Mothers share more with their daughters than with a self-righteous son.
Okay, but how did the apparition in my brain know about it? Unless it came from the other side.
Your subconscious must have picked up clues from the way they flirted with each other.
That's highly speculative. I needed hard evidence, so I rang Mum.
And?
Clytie enters, wearing a nightgown.
He made me confess. Can you remember your eldest sister, Effie?
Vaguely.
Long after she passed on, I found her diary, full of anger and hate. I confronted your father. He tried to deny it at first, but his guilt was obvious. It all came flooding out. Not only the abuse, but how Effie threatened to expose him and how he killed her to protect his precious reputation.
He was a monster, but that doesn't justify taking the law into your own hands.
Show some compassion.
I am. I'm suppressing my instinct to report the crime, and I'm offering a way forward.
A mental hospital for a prison.
Luxury accommodation, 24/7 care.
Constant surveillance. Mustn't let the secret get out. It damaged your campaign.
As if I'd breathe a word.
You blabbed everything to me.
If that's your worry, dear, let me stay home. There's hardly a soul for miles around.
You have internet access here.
Surely I'd have that anywhere.
Not where you're going. There'll be TV, books, magazines.
I need to be active online for my blog, Clytie's Climaxes.
That is a risk I refuse to take.
Protecting your precious reputation, like father, like son.
Sign the form, Chris.
And if I don't? If I keep her here with me, what can you do?
I'll inform the authorities.
I thought you wanted to avoid a scandal, dear.
I'd sooner proactively report the crime now than be charged with covering it up later.
I wonder what voters will think of a man who squeals on his own mother.
Look, a sufficient number will respect my integrity.
You've thought this through, haven't you?
My preference is to keep Mum out of prison. What's yours?
Give me the pen.
Darling, if I'm disconnected, I might as well be dead.
It's no use stalling, he won't budge.
Oh, I give up. I enjoyed living. It was fun while it lasted.
Look, I hope you're not contemplating anything silly.
You've got a strong arm, Forrest. Kindly stone me to death.
Not funny, Mum.
This method's endorsed in the Bible. There's some nice big rocks in the garden. If you use small pebbles, it will take ages and be extremely painful.
Will you be quiet?
Probably not during, but definitely after.
You are impossible.
Oh, take heart, dear. You can do this. Murder runs in our family.
True. Once he's rubbed you out, I'll have an excuse for offing him.
That's the spirit.
Sign now, Chris, or I'll call the police.
But there's web access in prison, Mum. He can't control that.
A lifeline. I'll take it.
Chris tears up the documents.
It's up to you now, Mum. We can do this without her signature if you commit yourself.
I commit crime, not people.
Use your head. Look, with my influence, I can restrict your activity inside.
Oh no, offline. I'll be miserable.
Choose the comfort of a swanky psychiatric ward. You'll be weighted on hand and foot.
I suppose a pedicure will be some consolation.
Pack your things.
Stop bullying her.
Do I have to leave straight away?
I've booked our flight.
Very well. We'll talk on the plane. I have another murder to report.
Who is it this time?
Alexa?
Don't pull that. You haven't killed Alexa. I was just talking to her.
No, I didn't kill Alexa. Alexa killed your Uncle Reg.
Why?
Guess.
Is there no end to the depravity in this family?
Oh, you should hear about your grandfather. Multiple victims.
Oh, give me all the juicy details. I'll write a book. It's bound to be a bestseller.
Look, hang on. If all this comes out, it'll be a huge embarrassment to my career.
An added bonus.
But I'll pay you to keep your mouth shut.
My price is leave Mum here.
She can't be trusted.
I'll supervise her.
Every hour of the day?
She'll need help.
We'll convert the house into a fully staffed hospital.
No, it wouldn't feel like home. I have a better idea. You can lend a hand, Forrest.
What?
Here's my next blog post. How a devoted son agreed to spend 6 months of the year looking after his mother. Oh.
Wonderful. I could do with a long vacation.
Hang on.
Oh, it'd be priceless publicity, dear.
He's a genuine family man.
A guaranteed vote winner, sure, but 6 months.
All right, 4.
I demand equal shares.
Alexa owes me for my silence. You can do 4 months each.
Perfect.
Stuck out here in the desert.
Cheer up, dear. You look positively murderous.
End of play. Round of applause. Hooray. Very good stuff. Well done, Rex. Cracking script. Good fun. Murder runs in our family. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to skip back to Pedro's patio. So this is going to be Stewart, Julia, and Rob's phone is not happening at all, whatever he's trying to do. So I shall be playing Pedro, the middle-aged Mexican restaurant owner. That's actually the part. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this piece. So if you are not myself or Stewart or Julia, please remove your image for the next few minutes. So the setting is an open-air restaurant somewhere in Mexico, a patio-styled restaurant. A table is covered with a garish plastic tablecloth. Chips and salsa are on the table. Off to the side is a small serving table. At rise, Angie and Todd approach, looking around. Todd consults a map.
We're looking for number 47. It has to be close.
Angie spies the restaurant.
There, the place is...
A damn shack!
You picked it. You asked the concierge to book our dinner reservation at a cheap restaurant with a feel for local colour.
And she said Pedro's patio had old-world charm.
She got the old part right.
Pedro bustles out the door to greet them. Hola! Hello! Welcome, I am Pedro. You are Bosworth, table for two?
Look. So something's come up. We double booked. We have to cancel.
I have children, senor. If I cannot feed you, I cannot feed them.
5 children?
Si. And in 4 months, there will be 6.
Well...
Angie, look.
Todd, we'll just have to cancel our other reservation. I mean, we're already here.
Buenas! He propels them towards the table, grabs 2 fly swatters from the service table, seats them and hands off the swatters. The bugs, they are very big this year. First, you like a drink?
A bottled water, please.
A margarita. Make it a double.
Todd?
I'm not driving.
The tour book said not to have drinks made with local water outside the hotel.
Of course the hotel would tell you that. They want us spending the pesos on their property.
I have good water. No water problem for Pedro's patio. I get the drinks for you. Enjoy delicious salsa and chips my wife made today. He exits. They both sample the salsa.
Good salsa.
I'm starved.
They both pick up their menus.
They're in Spanish.
Well, you took Spanish in high school.
Pulas, that's chicken. Pescado is fish. There's a lot of fish.
I don't see any tacos or burritos.
We're not at Taco Bell.
She raises her fly swatter, whacks an imaginary flying insect.
Ugh, he wasn't lying about big bugs.
Now you tell Pedro, what do you want to eat?
We don't speak Spanish. We could use some help with the menu.
You like fish? Very good fish today. It is grouper.
What are your other fish choices?
Today is only grouper dinner with nice rice and vegetable.
All right, I'll have that.
Senor?
Can I get a chicken enchilada, rice and refried beans?
Si, I will make.
You do the cooking?
I'm the chef.
Okay.
And while you wait, there is a happy mariachi music for you. Your food, it will be coming up right.
In English, we say, coming right up.
Gracias, senora. Coming right up.
And let's hope it's also coming up right.
He takes his fly swatter and wards off a bug.
Do you think he is going to have a mariachi band?
Soft mariachi music fills the space.
There's your answer.
There's your local color, old world charm.
Well, if the food is bad, I'll just raise my spirits with spirits. Cheers.
Glad you're happy.
Oh, Angie, come on. We came here for fun and sun, remember? Why can't you just relax?
Circumstances.
What does that mean?
Pedro has 5 children.
Almost 6. Look, and Dr. Olson told us we need to get our minds off making babies and just let nature take its course.
How is your margarita, senor?
Excellent. I'll have another.
The senor is in party mood. And for senora, another bottled water? Okay, I'll get the food first. Almost it is ready.
Should you have gotten a second margarita? You know what Dr. Olson said about alcohol and sperm count.
Oh, Angie, my sperm is going to swim or not swim. Will you give the baby business a rest?
Oh, giant mosquito at 12 o'clock.
Ow!
And another. Ugh.
Another whack. I was telling you, bugs this year are very big in Mexico.
And that one is the size of a jackass. Where is the restroom?
Through that door?
Oof.
Your wife, she is not happy?
Not too happy. I better go and talk to her.
How many years now are you married?
5.
For me, it is 20. And so, maybe I learn more about the art of a woman. Your wife, right now, she need to be alone.
You might be right.
So, you taste the food? You like, no?
I like, yes.
Fix your drink now. I make more strong, so you are more happy. Pedro exits. Taunt busies himself with his meal. Angie enters slowly and sits.
Oh, hey, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too.
Let's forget the whole conversation.
Absolutely. I was being a stick in the mud, as Grandma Sterling used to say.
You've never been a stick in the mud. Better dive into that fish before it gets cold. This meal is awesome.
Remember when we dog sat for my Aunt Patsy?
Last month for Mo, Larry, and Curly.
Yeah.
Why? Something happened?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
She reaches into her purse, pulls out a pregnancy test, and hands it to him.
Oh, this says...
Yes. It says yes.
Both on their feet, move to each other, they embrace.
Damn, if my little swimmers didn't make it upriver.
Signora is happy again?
We're having a baby.
Salud!
Oh, gracias.
Todd pulls out some money and tosses it onto the table.
Everything was great, Pedro, but we gotta go.
Sure, sure.
Oh, thank you. I will always remember this night.
Signora, you forgot your bug swatters. It
Oh.
is my gift on the house. It is in case you see again the jackass bug.
Oh, yes, a most memorable moment and a most
Thanks.
memorable souvenir.
Thanks again.
Angie and Todd exit. Pedro still holds Todd's second margarita.
Oh, Pedro, that double margarita is on me.
Ah, you tell your friends about Pedro's Patio, yes? My address and phone number, they are on the bug swatter. And now the special drink. I drink to their luck and their happiness. The end. Round of applause. Oh, lovely stuff, Vivian, as ever. Thank you for sharing your fabulous scripts with us all the way from Columbus, Ohio. And apologies to every Mexican person in the world. Okay. And now we move on to the final piece of the evening, which is a piece that I finished this morning. But I started it 2 days ago, so we're okay. This is Cadabra, a study in world domination. And we're going to have Al, Andrew, Peth, and Katie for this. So if that is not your name, then we shall see your face very soon. Okay. So I too will go. Okay. Interior. A pub somewhere in the UK. Late afternoon GMT. The football is being shown on Amazon Prime. There are no fans watching live in the 50,000-seater stadium, but the pub is full of people socially distancing and enjoying the match. A man goes to the bar and is served by a woman with a sky blue shirt with navy arms and a matching hat. Who is man?
I think Al is man.
Oh, Al, you are man. Andy is man 2, and Pethrow is
Oh,
man 3 and delivery man.
And Peth is man 3.
Oh, sorry. I thought I was just the later ones. Okay. Am I still DT as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon.
A man goes to the bar and is served by a woman with a sky blue shirt with navy arms and a matching hat.
A pint of prime, please. Hey, I found a tenner and an old pair of trousers. Can I pay with cash?
Let me check.
He holds her hand to her ear and immediately receives a response.
Of course you can, love.
She takes the £10 from him, not really knowing what to do with it, and gives him his change, a £5 Amazon voucher. Another man walks past and heads into the bathroom. He drops his trousers as he sits on the throne, but is disturbed by his Ring app. The delivery driver appears on the smartphone.
Hello, pal.
Delivery for you, boss.
Oh, cheers, mate. I'm in the Cadabra around the corner.
Say no more.
He hangs up, washes his hands and walks out of the toilet. The delivery man is in the pub and hands him his package. The man goes back to his seat, opens up the brown box and pulls out a bunch of bananas. One of his socially distanced friends, the man from the bar earlier, reaches across.
Don't mind if I do.
Hands off, mate. Did the kids pack lunch?
Idiots.
What?
Should have got them to deliver straight to the school.
We just use Prime to order school dinners now.
Shit. Didn't you? You could do that.
Mate, you just get the kids to do it themselves. Piece of piss.
Delivery man comes back and hands friend, or man, a brown box.
I didn't order anything to come.
Automated scheduled delivery. GPS tracked.
Delivery man leaves and man opens the box. It's a reasonably priced necklace.
Yeah. Wife's birthday tomorrow.
You set up the alert then?
No.
Pair of Luddites. You don't need to set up the alerts anymore. They just sync your account to Facebook and get all that.
Oh, now that is proper handy.
Takes all the stress out of it.
Cheers.
There is a security camera in the pub, and the 3 men are reflected in the glass of the device. Cut to interior. A secret lair somewhere under the Atlantic. Late afternoon GMT. The image we have just seen is projected on a screen with many others like it from around the world. We see 2 blonde figures perusing the screens. Many images are in pubs and businesses, others in homes, and several are from mobile devices who have forgotten to check the terms and conditions when allowing access to their camera from apps and websites. The 2 blonde figures are in ill-fitting suits and look like they are having competition to see who can pull off the worst haircut.
So, it's working out okay for JB then?
It certainly seems that way.
Yes, it does, BJ.
It's Bojo. They call me Bojo.
Yeah, that doesn't make any friggin' sense. I thought it was BJ because you like getting your...
No. It's Bojo because they all think I'm a clown.
What? And you prefer that? No. No wonder you can't get out of Europe. No, I mean, you're an island. You're not even in Europe. So how is it so difficult just to stay where you are?
Well, I must be. I must be doing something right. This whole thing was my idea, after all.
Because you couldn't get out of Europe.
It had nothing to do with that.
It's okay. It's just us. You don't have to give me your BS. You just you give to the bullshit you give to your subjects.
Voters.
Okay, sure, whatever.
So we're agreed.
On what?
That this was my idea.
Sure. It's just the 2 of us. It was your idea.
Pretty bloody clever to make it come from the Chinese.
Oh, yeah, that's my favorite bit. You know, when they call it the Chinese plague, they almost forgot the 200,000 dead.
Well, that's what we have to work out next.
A bald-headed figure in the shadows speaks up.
What do we have to figure out next?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Were you going to tell us you got here?
Just listening, seeing what you guys are up to.
Oh, come on, now that's not very sporting. I mean, at least let a chap know when you get here.
Yeah, man. You scared the shit out of BJ.
Me? Well, you were the one who...
Bullshit. Nothing scares me. I'm invincible.
So
what?
What do we have to figure out next?
Well, I would suggest the whole damn reason we called this meeting...
It's too early.
Agreed.
Too early, but we're just hitting a second wave.
It's not such a big deal.
Well, I wouldn't say.
Come on. You've had it a few days, a few drugs, then back to work. Sure, it was tough, but we got good doctors. We keep going.
Exactly. And look, this was your idea in the first place.
Well yes, but most of the old people have gone now. We've reduced the burden on state pensions, and to be honest, we need to get the country going.
Too soon.
Agreed. Fuck them. Look at me.
He flexes his muscles.
I've never been healthier.
Look, people are still going to the, what do you Brits call it? Supermarkets? You know, we have to stop them.
We are trying. Lockdowns everywhere, trying to get more people to order online.
It's not enough. We've got to shut them down.
Look, I can't be seen to be too hard on business. There is an election soon.
So after the election?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you need.
So we're agreed.
He makes to go.
Hang on.
We're done.
I have a tea time.
We need to discuss this more.
You've had 4 years to discuss Europe, and you're still there.
He looks for a high five from JB, who is too engrossed in the phone.
Look, allow the virus to thin out the Asian population until after the election. Give it a few weeks, and we'll circle back.
Circle back?
Sure. Look, by then we should have 80% of the workforce in sky and navy blue. We centralize everything. We control everything. Then we defrost him.
And you're sure that will work?
Why are you so concerned? If it doesn't, we'll just go for Plan B.
Ha!
What? You don't like Plan B?
No. I love the idea of living out in outer space. I can afford it.
He points at BJ and shakes his head.
Surely you have enough.
Well,
Well, what have you got?
hard to say.
No, it isn't. You know.
About 3.1.
That's plenty.
No, it's not.
At the last count, that's more than you. You've only got 2.2 billion.
Those figures are fake news, and I'm sorry, I don't think we're talking in the same unification number dominators here.
You don't mean...
Uh-huh.
You only have 3.1 million?
Booyah!
How have you become a leader of a nation?
So, Plan A has to work.
Of course it will work. No one knows more about plans working than me.
Just ask the Russians.
What?
Of course Plan A will work. Certainly more scientifically reliable than Musk and his cyborgs.
So, when do we do it?
They walk over to a cryogenic freezer. Inside is a tall, slim man with a black polo shirt and glasses, clinging to an iPod.
Once I've got 80% of the workforce, we can defrost him.
And he'll have the answer?
They all look at each other and then back to the tall, slim man with the black polo shirt. Fade to black, the end. Round of applause!
Biting. Dark and biting.
Thanks, guys, and thanks so much for reading that and for your wonderful representations of those three figures. Fantastic. Well, that is the end of this evening's scheduled entertainment. Let us have a round of applause for everything we have seen and heard today. For our writers, we have had Benji, Amy, Stilly, Jake, Rex, and me.
Yay!
And all of our performers, we have had Pethrow, Caroline, Gemma, Ryan, Amy, Katie, Rob, Andy, Julia, Stilly, Sue, Al, Susan, Bev, Jake. No, he's a writer. Ryan, Jake, Julia, Stewart, Rob, Caroline, Al, Sue, Al, Andrew, Peth, and Katie. Hooray! The next one will be November the 12th. So if you have a piece of writing that is in process, if it's a piece of writing that's been in your drawer for a year and never seen the outside world, if it's something that you have been inspired to write by this evening's events or the news in the next few days, please do so and submit it via the usual Facebook group. We normally go for about 8 pieces each time. We say 15 minutes max for a group piece, or if it's a solo piece, 10 minutes, just to make sure we get as much people involved as we possibly can. So that is it. I am going to leave this open, but in typical Zoom style, can everyone please wave as we stop the recording?